The most fortunate thing in the cold-blooded snake's life was that after its snake tail was cut off, it was pushed off a 1,000-meter cliff. Because just at its moment of death, I was unexpectedly saved by myself, who had traveled through time. Not only did I allow it to regain its snake tail, but it also successfully ascended to become a powerful 4th-stage snake. And at that moment, I was constantly trying to trick my system. System, do I have a beginner's package? After all, I just got here. I'm not familiar with this place. The only one I can communicate with is the newly bound system. Please, host, one moment. It is detected that the host is a newcomer to this world. 2 bottles of special elixir for the host, which can counteract 100 poisons and heal 100 wounds. Native features include understanding the language of the beast world and having a strong body, a human lighter, a small knife. With those words, a white light suddenly flashed. I only felt my whole body relax. My heart pounded. In front of me, there was a small knife and a lighter. I'd put away 2 wilderness survival artifacts. I immediately felt that it was enough. Then I opened the system store to take a look. Inside, most were local products of the beast world and various types of herbs and beast skin foods. All of these were the cheapest. Basically, one could be exchanged for 2 points. Scrolling down, there were some life supplies from my previous world. Although the types were very similar, the price, on the other hand, was multiplied by 10. A sanitary pad costs 20 points. This is too abusive, isn't it? I pouted. Looking further, there were even potions. The ones the system gives away are 2,000 points per bottle. However, the store's exchange function was not yet active. So I continued asking the system, how does this store open? The store automatically opens after binding with a male from the beast world. Additionally, 5,000 points are awarded as a settlement subsidy. A settlement subsidy? That's also humanized. But why does it have to be necessary to bind to open it? Then I'll look for something to eat. I just want a sweet love. First, let's see the situation. If it doesn't work, I'll find one to open the market first. Then, I'll look for someone I'm attracted to. Now I plan to find a place to set up camp. Then I'll look for something to eat. Now I'm hot and thirsty. Surprisingly, I discovered there were 2 suns in the sky. I raised my head and looked. I feel like I'm almost being turned into a human by the sun. Then I'll look for something to eat. It has been detected that the host is dehydrated. Enable water source positioning. System, you're simply great. You're the best system in the world. After faking a cry. Don't forget to blow a rainbow fart. What does the system know about human social customs? That mechanical and electronic heart recognizes the host. This host really knows how to talk. He would also flatter. He's a really kind host. I finally found it. I was almost overcome with joy. Quickly, I scooped up some water and drank 2 sips. Here it is. I touched my belly. I'm a little hungry. Luckily, there's plenty of fish. I just caught a few. Suddenly, I heard a rustling behind me. A black shadow fell on the dead wood in the stream. I turned my head and looked back. Hanging from the dead wood was a huge black snake tail. Attraction. A snake that big could swallow me whole, right? Don't be afraid, host. I turned sharply and looked carefully. It's seriously injured and almost dead. Black snake orc. Is it poisonous? I carefully walked towards the stream. I used a stick to poke the snake's tail in the water. Poisonous, but I don't recommend the host to get close. Most cold-blooded beasts are wandering beasts, even though it is seriously injured now. But if the host approaches, it could get hurt. Wandering beast. I squatted by the water. I held my chin with one hand, lost in thought. It's like the kind of evil beast that loves to force females in novels. Aren't wandering beasts supposed to be very strong? Why is this one so unlucky? Its tail is almost broken. I guess the host won't join him. Anyway, he's about to die. You first need to make a contract mark to open the store. Exchange for a book of plants and trees. That way, you can find more food. Thus, the chances of survival will greatly increase. No way! I hugged my arms in front of me, looking at the snake beast man who was about to die in the water. It's really hard for me to look at the proposal presented by the system. System, are you serious? People are dying. And I still want to take advantage of him? The temporary contract mark will automatically disappear after 3 days, but it can grant 1/5 of the settlement subsidy. It only requires the host to give a drop of blood from the tip of their tongue to bind. Can wandering beasts also bind? I'm very attracted to this proposal. A book of plants and trees. Before finding the orc tribe, I can rely on that book to move forward. The search revealed that the black snake orc in front of me is a lone snake. He has just reached adulthood. Binding. The system sees that I'm still hesitating. It begins to feel anxious, unable to help itself. Your host is just a common human. If you don't succeed, at least you've tried. I don't know when you'll be able to meet other orcs. Host, don't hesitate anymore. Otherwise, he would have died. I wonder when your store will open. I took a deep breath. Holding that knife, I moved forward with firm steps. If I don't succeed, I'll die trying. For the store. I'll just act like a rogue once, just kissing a snake. Then I sat by a dry log, and we started discussing. I'll drag you up. You won't bite me, right? I'm still a little afraid of pain. I saw that he wasn't moving. I barely got into the water. The second part of the 9th month, the tiger's arrival. Finally, I managed to drag half of his body to the shore. The snake's tail is still in the water. After letting go, I collapsed to the ground. It was at this moment that I could examine the ink snake. His tail is very beautiful. It shines brightly under the sunlight. His appearance is also unusually charming. He truly is attractive. I sigh slightly. This is simply the snake of my dreams. Just look at this face. I already want to save his life. System. So if he's bound, will he still harm me? I'm a little hesitant. Indeed, even though I know what it implies, I still can't resist the temptation of beauty. Whether it's a common orc or a wandering orc, it is forbidden to harm females. During the binding period, he cannot harm you, otherwise you and he will break the contract. He will have a severe adverse reaction and could even die. System 001 is somewhat confused. Why does the host like an ink snake? Shouldn't it be those furry orcs? Aren't they more attractive to females? The system does not recommend the host to bind with the cold-blooded snake first. Cold-blooded snakes are very petty. Once you bind with him, unless it's someone stronger than him who can dominate him, otherwise, he won't allow the host to look for a second beast companion. System 001 feels like a human, the worried mother who cares the most here. With persistent advice, it suggests to the host to reconsider. In the beast world, having only one beast husband is not enough. Furthermore, the cold season in the beast world is quite cold. It lasts a long time. The ink snake needs to hibernate during the cold season. It cannot adequately ensure the host's survival. I already know. I've understood the beast world system. I'm also certain. That is, as long as there is a contract, he cannot hurt himself. I suddenly noticed that he had some lines on his arm. I asked with some curiosity, "Are these beast marks? Are these beast marks?" Yes, beast marks represent the strength of orcs. From 1 to 7, each beast mark represents a level. The more beast marks there are, the stronger it will be. Are 3 level 3 marks impressive? I don't know how big the interval between each level is. He looked at the female who had pulled him out of the water. Every ascent of an orc is very dangerous. He has barely reached adulthood. He is already a level 3 orc. That is quite impressive. The system pondered for a moment. It suddenly realized that this snake wasn't bad. At least he doesn't lack strength. Generally, an orc reaches level 4 after living half a life. The snake also woke up at that moment. He looked at this female who had pulled him out of the water. Sometimes she looked sad, sometimes distracted. She seemed to be thinking about something. It's nothing but regret. Is she worried that once he recovers, he'll mess with her? Females are all alike. Most are afraid of these cold-blooded orcs. Only very few are willing to accept them, but they do so because they see that they are strong, only to be able to guarantee their own survival more. However, this little female is quite kind. She didn't let him stay in the cold water waiting for death. Suddenly, he felt somewhat tired. Continuing, how about we bind? Dying here isn't bad, I can still sunbathe. Are you willing to bind with me? I see that he's already cooling down. I'm also a little anxious. The snake has raised its eyes with difficulty. It sniffed the air. It sniffed that the little female had no mate. But no female would let a cold-blooded orc be the first male. Because they are very stingy. They don't accept brothers weaker than themselves. I can't live anymore. Although the self-healing ability of orcs is very strong, his tail is almost broken. I don't know how he is inside. This time, it's also just a suspension. In the end, I'm going to take a look at this world. Do you have someone you like? I asked again. I saw that he shook his head. I continued saying, how about we bind? I'm sure I'll treat you well. I feel that this snake has a very good temperament. Even if they are bound, he has this face. If he's stingy, then let him be stingy. If he's unwilling, then only his last utilitarian value can be squeezed out. All right, the snake felt with some self-criticism. Isn't it just that she wants to see him full of hope? Reject him and mock him again? It's fine. Let them laugh, let them laugh. Anyway, I'm also about to die. But suddenly, something soft and warm stuck to my lips. The sweet scent of the female enveloped him. A faint scent of blood dispersed between his lips. His pupil trembled slightly as he stuck out his tongue to take in that scent of blood. The little female really wants to bind with him, but he's dying. Even if they're already bound, he couldn't hold on for long. Why? Why did he encounter her precisely now? If he dies, will the little female be a little sad? The host market has been activated. 1,000 points have been credited. Please verify. System 001 doesn't understand some things. But even so, it must be respected. Look, this snake has a good character. He doesn't seem like an evil beast either. If the host wants to accept him, it is suggested that the host give him a bottle of spiritual medicine. Then I will take it out and give it to him to drink. Otherwise, he will die. Will there be any risk? Making a bottle of medicine appear out of nowhere for him, such a serious injury was healed. It doesn't seem very safe, thinking about it. The host can rest assured, there are measures to deal with this. I'm waiting for the response measures that the system will mention. I didn't expect a flash of white light. The little snake fainted. I don't know what to say, but I can't waste time criticizing the system's brutal simplicity. Administering all the medicine to the little snake, watching the sunset, alternating between frost and moon. I thought he would wake up soon. I didn't expect him to keep sleeping until night. He's still unconscious. For a moment, the campfire also didn't go out. In case a beast appears, I can still grab the torch. The forest at night is truly... I feel like there's something terrifying watching me from the darkness. I asked the system in my mind, why hasn't he woken up yet? Host, don't worry. The effect of the medicine needs time. He is seriously injured, that's why he needs time to heal. I bit my two lips. If it weren't for the fact that the wounds on his body had indeed mostly disappeared, I would already start doubting that the system sells fake medicine. Wake up soon, it's very scary here, I say softly, my voice trembling. Dark night. Once again I heard the rustling of rubbing leaves. I could vaguely hear the sound of a creature breathing. My heart almost stopped, nervously looking in that direction. Then I see a grizzly bear that is easily the size of a floor. It emerged from the forest. He looked at me and the snake, greedy light shining in his eyes. One in my mind, I grabbed a torch. Hold me tight, snake. Don't stay unconscious. We'll be doomed. A grizzly bear slowly approached me. His eyes were full of greed. He extended his snout and sniffed. Suddenly, he transformed into a burly, 2-meter-tall man. Female, the forest is very dangerous. You've thrown him away. Follow me back to the cave. I can protect you. As he spoke, he moved forward. As this human beast snake type who is in a coma, he posed no threat. The most he could do is give him a good meal. Forcing myself, I tried to stay calm. Fortunately, this grizzly bear is an orc. Even if he's an evil human beast, I can still wait a bit. I don't know you yet. Shouldn't you introduce yourself first? Hearing my words, the bear orc looked confused. He stopped. That bear beast had never seen such a tender little female. Besides the fact that alone is impossible, why do you have to introduce yourself? Don't you want to tell me your name? But I like you, right? I lightly squeezed the cold-blooded snake's hand. Indeed, I was so nauseated that I almost vomited. My expression was sweet and charming. Meanwhile, I talked to Bear 3, wildly calling the system in my mind. System, save me. My life is secure. I urgently need weapons. Are there any guns or cannons? I'll take a loan to buy them. Host, don't worry. He's waking up. This system is incredibly calm. Let's not even talk about a loan being impossible. The beast world also can't suddenly have superior weapons. Weapons of this world's civilization. Hold on for 2 more minutes. This snake will kill him. That bear beast had never seen such a tender little female. Hearing him speak almost made me burst into pink bubbles. And besides, the little female said she likes him. In this case, Bear 3 can also treat this little female well, as long as she can have a litter for him. You must take good care of him. My name is Bear 3. Then, I'll wait to kill this male beast. Then, let's start mating soon. That way, you can give me a litter of little bears soon. Seeing the beast bear's uncontrollable appearance, I clench my teeth tightly. Why hasn't this guy woken up yet? You still haven't told me how many lines your human beast has. If you're not good enough, how could you keep me alive? How could I be at ease and be with you? I was born once again. I interrupted his impure thoughts. I am a 3-line beast man. I am very good at hunting. I will definitely be able to keep you alive. He looks a little impatient. He wants to prove his worth, to make the little female in front of him completely surrender to him. After the last 2 steps, he punched the tree trunk. Such a large tree that at least 3 people would embrace. It immediately sank, creating a hole. My eyes shone with light. It was pure admiration. You are incredible! I was frantically spinning my mind, thinking about how to delay for another 1.5 minutes, but no matter how much I thought, I couldn't imagine it. He didn't realize that he was embraced by me. The snake in my arms has the tip of its tail moving. I've already shown you, little female. We should mate. Bear 3 stared at me. Plan to mate first and then kill the snake. An unconscious snake. He stomped it to death. He made the decision. Bear 3 ran directly towards me. He reached out and grabbed me. With an explosion. A black snake tail fell heavily on Bear 3 in the darkness of the night. Bear 3 looked at me angrily. This female was really tricking him. She really doesn't want to mate with me. Everyone is delaying time, waiting for the cold-blooded snake to wake up. Do you dare to trick me? Bear 3 growls in rage, but his tone is especially gentle. The huge brown bear I saw a moment ago, your beast husband and I are at the same level. Besides, he's injured. He can't protect you at all. Bear 3 opens his mouth. His figure also gradually increased. Without fail, I want you to know the price of deceiving Bear 3. The snake raised his hand and gently hugged me. I patted him behind him. You're not afraid of him protecting you? His pale red vertical eyes seem beautiful and fascinating. However, his tone is especially gentle. In the next instant, he shot out like lightning, transformed into a beast. A giant black snake. The thick tail whips every time. It kicks up dust and breaks logs. That bear beast is clumsy. Although he can take hits, he can't resist being constantly hit. Bear 3 roars furiously, fighting desperately. How did this wave snake suddenly reach 4 marks? Was he injured before from leveling up after fighting? The snake, which has reached 4 marks, is practically a crushing annihilation for Bear 3. The snake's cold head rose until Bear 3 stopped breathing. The snake has already stuck out its tongue, returning to its half-human, half-snake form. His gaze lingered on me for a moment. Little female, my name is Snake. I am more powerful than the bear beast. I can protect you. I observed the entire process of the slaughter from the side. The simple and brutal strangulation is shocking. Little female, would you like to return to the cave with me? Or do you prefer to return to the tribe? I can accompany you in either option. He woke up from a deep sleep, saw me, and thought he was dreaming. He thought he was dead. He thought not only about, he even ascended to a 4-marked beastman. The little female still hadn't left, taking care of him, and his wounds have healed. It must have been the little female who did it. She is truly incredible. She's even more powerful than the shamans of the great tribe. I yawn. Come on, 4. Go to your cave. I just need to find a place where I can sleep protected from the wind and rain. I'm really tired. After so long, I finally kept him alive. The snake smiled slightly. He swam forward and picked me up. I'll carry you. We'll be there soon. No one among the trees. I closed my eyes. I plan to sleep for a while first. This is the first time I've traveled in a snake master's car. Little female. You still haven't told me your name, the snake asked. He was unconscious a moment ago. He could vaguely hear the little female say her name is Butterfly. But even so, he hopes the little female tells him in person. Tung Banjiao? I yawned. I leaned on his shoulder. The snake already has a little breath. It smells quite good. Wan Yao, and with this totem, now I understand that she was tricking the bear. Wan Yao. This name sounds really good. And the little female is fragrant and soft. Her skin is also soft and tender. He really likes her. No wonder orcs want to have a mate. Hearing him speak, I couldn't help but sigh. He's really valuable. I used a bottle worth 2,000 points to save him. What's this about a wandering beast? What a strange coincidence. I closed my eyes peacefully. CG's animal pattern is a coiled black snake. Now it's on my wrist. It's quite beautiful. Furthermore, with this beast pattern, I can feel the snake's presence. I can also know his mood. At this moment, he is quite happy. The snake moves through the forest. This doesn't seem like happiness. The tip of his tail almost turns into a propeller. His mind was filled with the thought that Wan Yao was willing to bind with him. Besides, he is the first beast husband. She was also willing to return to the cave with him. But if Wan Yao wanted to return to the tribe, he could also follow her. Here's the English translation of the text you provided. They arrived. The cold-blooded snake stared fixedly at the cave and the cliff wall with his vertical pupils. He sniffed the air. There was another beast occupying his cave. He turned and placed me on a large tree. Wan Yao, wait here a moment. I'll go up and clear it out. I didn't know if he wanted to drive away invaders. I thought he was going back to work. I nodded. Sit by the tree. After a while, he managed to drive away the invaders. The cold-blooded snake quickly cleaned the cave. He threw out quite a few things. He quickly came down to pick up the person. His little female was still alone outside. What if a reckless orc harassed me? And those single beast men? They'll come attracted by the scent then. This will be a good time, both soft and pretty. They will surely come to steal her. I went up to the cave and truly understood what it means to be in utter destitution. The empty cave only has a stone bed. There's also a pile of thick beast hides stacked in the corner. The cold-blooded snake seemed a little uncomfortable with how empty the cave was. He swam towards me. He sat, leaning on his tail. I used to live alone. I don't know what females like. I'll slowly add things. If you're tired, sleep a little more. Tomorrow I'll completely clean the cave. What beast do you like to eat? I slept lightly for a while. This moment feels good. I'm not sleepy yet. Although the cold-blooded snake's cave is simple, it's quite clean. It has no smell, but it has good taste. You can tell he's a snake who cares about his hygiene. Any kind of meat is fine, but I want it cooked. I had no qualms about making my request. I saved his life. Gratitude means expecting something in return. Offer more suggestions. No problem at all. Okay, the snake nodded. The corners of my lips lifted. The air was silent for a moment. He glanced at me. He asked curiously, "When will we truly bind?" The current contract can only last 3 days. After that, he will no longer be the little female's companion. At that time, what will happen if the little female doesn't want to bind with him? Suddenly, I'm very sleepy. Sleep first. We'll talk about this tomorrow. I faked a yawn, lie down on the stone bed. In fact, I really like the snake's appearance. I also crave what's left of that part. But this is too fast. Better wait for me to sort myself out first. All right. The snake's tail, which hadn't stopped moving, hung down. He doesn't bother me while I sleep. Does the little female think he's too useless? That's why she regrets it. He dismally picked up what was in the corner. The pile of beast hides slowly slid out. He chose some pretty beast hides to leave clean and dry. What was left he exchanged for other things in the nearby tribe. A small clay pot and a small leather bag with salt crystals. I wash and dry them well. I had already fallen asleep. The snake had already coiled around me, blocking the cold wind outside the cave. The cold-blooded snake, who appears cold and distant at this moment, turns into a soft, cute, and loyal puppy. Not only did he offer to be my mount, but he also gladly offered to hunt for me, the fiercest beast in the forest, just to please me. Waking up, I only felt that my mind was refreshed. I didn't expect that sleeping on the stone bed all night wouldn't cause me back pain. Completely unaware. In reality, the snake has been my mattress all night. Banjiao, you're awake already. Are you hungry? The snake is coiled, sitting to one side. The tip of his tail is hidden, moving gently. Today I'll hunt the creature the female likes most, the Nyan. Banjiao will surely be happy. Maybe she'll agree to bind with him. Have you felt it? I responded with an aha. Let's go down and roast meat. I hunted the beast. The snake looks at me with his bright eyes, waiting to see my surprised expression. Unfortunately, I don't know what a Yuan is. I just considered it a little lamb. Outside the cave, a campfire was quickly lit to roast the meat. Actually, the snake doesn't really like campfires. Before, he would simply swallow it raw. But the young female said she wanted it cooked, so he went to the nearby village to ask for some fire. After sprinkling some salt crystals, he handed me a leg he had torn off. Taste it quickly. I look at these thin legs that are a bit dark. I feel it's not going to be very tasty, but at least I have meat without having to hunt myself. I no longer despise it. I remove the burnt skin from the outside. I needed to eat more than half of the thin leg to feel full. I'm satisfied. Isn't the meat he makes good? You only ate a little bit. He has never taken care of a female. He doesn't know the amount of food a female needs. But he always swallows an entire beast. A very large beast would fill him up. It's pretty good. It would have been better if it hadn't been burnt. Just by looking at him, I know it's his first time making meat. Besides, he's afraid of fire. The entire snake wants to move away from the fire. That night, I'll roast another hunt for you. The snake heard that I didn't dislike it. He couldn't help but feel happy. I'm going to clean the cave. I'll put beast hides for you. That way you won't be cold at night. This time, he cleaned the cave very carefully. He even took out the small stones from the ground. Then he spread clean beast hides. I'm sitting by the stone bed, watching the snake's busy figure. I decided I was going to be completely honest because I really couldn't take it anymore. I really wanted a bath and a change of clothes. I first exchanged for a small undergarment in the system. Then I exchanged some toiletries. The snake looked at the suddenly appearing objects, somewhat confused. Where do these things come from? What are these things? I thought for a moment. I looked seriously at the snake. These things? I made them using magic. You shouldn't tell other orcs. The snake nodded, stunned. He sat, coiling his tail. Is magic the same as magic medicine? More or less. You just have to pay a price to make the exchange. I saw his dull gaze, and he's still trying to trick me. I'm watching the snake working. Can I die? Can I trust you? I definitely won't let other animals know. The snake is stunned by the deception. He nervously hugs me. You are my mate. I won't let anything happen to you. At what cost? Is it very dangerous? It's not dangerous. Don't worry, host servant. Deceiving an innocent snake. It can't suddenly grow by the system. I've almost forgotten it exists. This is all for my life. Besides, who could trick him? In fact, it has to be bought with points. When does the host plan to formally bind? Friendly tip, the shopping center will be closed in a day and a half. I'm a little hesitant. After all, we haven't known each other for long. It's a bit hard for me to do it. I'm looking at the snake working. Inside, I'm chatting softly with the system. Host, please hurry. Otherwise, the contract will have expired. Those 4,000 points will be gone. And once the host formally binds with the Beastman, you will be better able to resist the cold winter. Your constitution will also be better, conducive to the survival of the whole. Good. I already know. At this moment, I'm looking at the snake. He's no longer just a pretty little girl, but a moving 4,000 points. Good night, Yao. What beast meat do you want to eat tonight? I'll go hunt. After the hard-working snake cleans his little nest, he starts to wonder if I'm hungry. Anything you catch will be fine. The little female says to come back soon. All right. The snake smiles with pursed lips. His tail behind him begins to move vigorously. The little female said to come back soon. If he's not there, the little female will miss him. This time, I saw the tip of his tail moving. My hands really want to grab it. Unfortunately, it's a bit strange. Let me touch your tail, please. I'm anxiously looking at his black snake tail. I love it very much. I wish I could have a tail too. You want to touch it? The snake's eyes are bright. With quite some anticipation, he offers me his tail. Touch his tail? Does that mean you want to bind with him now? Bind now? I was stunned for a moment. I only feel that my palm is cold. The tail is a little hot. I'll touch the tail. Why do we have to bind already? Does touching the tail mean we have to bind? The snake's gaze is already lowered. A cold-blooded creature's tail can only be touched by its mate. Just like the ears of warm-blooded creatures, you can't just touch them. Touching the tail means you want to mate. Because if Wan Yao doesn't marry me, The temporary contract is about to end. The first time I'm reminded of the contract. I bit my lip, hesitating greatly. What is Wan Yao worried about? The snake is a little confused. He has demonstrated his hunting ability. He can also protect her. He is also very obedient. Could it be that? The snake looked down at his own tail, as if realizing something. Suddenly, he returned to his human form. Yes, I have a great interest. You don't need to worry. He said this and began to pull at his animal hide skirt. I was stunned to see him. Wait! I jumped. With one hand, I grabbed his animal hide skirt, which was already loose. I'm not worried about this. Don't take off your clothes just like that. Quick, get dressed again. No, then I won't bind with you. All right. The snake, with a pitiful gaze, retied his animal hide skirt. I don't know why he made me feel this way. I'm hungry. Go hunt quickly. I'm really afraid of him. I plan to let him out of my sight for a while. That way I can establish a psychological barrier. Dying soon means being reborn soon. For those 4,000 points, I decided to conquer the snake tonight. Okay, then don't go out. Wait for me to come back. The cold-blooded snake reluctantly left. He returned, dragging a sheep. I heard the bleating of a sheep. I went to the cave entrance to check. I only saw that the snake had already prepared the sheep. It was ready to light a fire and roast meat. I quickly called out, "Cold-blooded snake!" Hearing me call him, the snake carefully placed the tied sheep. As soon as he touched the smoke, he teleported out of the cave. What's wrong? Take me down. I opened my arms and hung onto the snake. This cave is too high for her. It's very uncomfortable. The bleeding beast is conquered. This meat is very tender. He made it for you to eat. Then the cold-blooded snake looked at me remorsefully, but the spark went out. I need to go find fire again. Can you wait a moment longer? He won't know how to keep the spark. The spark he borrowed from the goat tribe has already gone out. He won't be able to eat roasted meat in time. Will he really be able to take good care of the little female? You take me down. I have a solution. Soon, the snake carried me swimming next to the pile of firewood. He only thought I wanted to play. He knows that I have magical abilities. But what I conjured were only everyday items she mentioned. Can I also conjure fire? I took out a lighter, grabbed a handful of hay, and lit it, then put it on the pile of firewood. The snake was to one side, astonished. What is this wonderful thing? When you press it, a spark appears. Night murder! You are incredible! Like a messenger of the beast god! In the knowledge of orcs, only shamans and beast god messengers can have such impressive abilities. Even if he becomes a more powerful orc, he wouldn't be able to summon fire. Let's get closer, I'll teach you. I don't want to eat burnt meat anymore. I decided to teach him well. In case someday I want to be lazy, I can also eat something delicious. After cleaning the lamb meat, placing the lamb over the fire. Additionally, I redeemed from the shopping center the onion and ginger package for the lamb's stomach to remove the smell. Now, spices are truly extraordinary. After a series of operations, I spent 44 points. But for a good meal, what? Besides, there are many spices. I used the bird several times. The fragrance spreads. The cold-blooded snake never knew that roasted meat could smell so good. Not only meaty, there's also an indescribable fragrance. I used a small knife to cut some meat. Just give it to the snake to try. Do you like this flavor? It's very tasty. This taste makes my tongue hurt a little. It smells good, too. The lamb meat was stained with chili. It made the snake, who had never tasted this flavor, surrender. He looked at me with bright eyes. Banjiao is incredible. But after tasting this delicious roasted meat, suddenly, he reacted. Females generally don't have to move on their own. How can Wang Yao roast meat? Was Wang Yao harassed in the tribe? I kept coming back to it. He also hasn't mentioned wanting to go back to live in the tribe. Such a good little female. How could anyone harass her? Definitely, I have to find those beasts. I must firmly educate them. I watched as the snake swallowed the entire prey. His stomach is still flat. I'm truly surprised. I raised my hand and touched his abdominal muscles. I asked, "Did you eat enough?" "I'm full." After digesting, I looked at the snake. I want to take a bath. Now at night it's just cool. The stream isn't freezing. He shouldn't get sick from a bath. But it's dark, and the water is cold. The snake hesitated. He doesn't want to accept Wan Yao's bathing request. It's okay if we bathe tomorrow when the sun comes out. He doesn't want me to get sick. Many females get sick from that. That led to not surviving. It must be clean. It must be washed.
I refused without even thinking.
I don't want to be dirty. And if he wants to bind tonight, he also needs to make sure the snake is clean. You don't listen to my words. Don't you want to bind with me? I tried to scare him in a feigned way. He didn't even think about it. He simply rejected the offer. I want to bind, but he truly fears that I will get sick. You're not taking me. I'll go sneakily on my own. Hearing my words, the snake was immediately defeated. Going sneakily is more dangerous, in case of choking on water. Or perhaps something was carried away by a beast. I'll take you. I first took a bunch of hygiene products. Then I grabbed a beast hide to use as a towel. Soon we arrived at the stream. You first. You must wash. If I can't clean him, I won't bind with you. The snake nodded. He glanced back to where he was hidden. I sighed deeply upon seeing him. I'm not going to bind with him. But why? I can't understand it. If I were afraid of his beast form, I definitely wouldn't want to touch his tail. Although I hate it, I wouldn't deny him roasted meat. I would also sleep with him. Good night, Yao. I've cleaned everything. He stood in the water. He stared at me. Good. I nodded. I pointed to the place where he had been. Don't look. You know? The snake had his head down. Suddenly, he remembered something. Back in the water. I'll block the wind for you. Don't look. Then he transformed into his beast form. Then put me in the center. A pair of elongated eyes looked around. I cleaned the desktop. Pick up the animal skin and wrap it around your body. I made the snake put everything away. After the snake put the things in the leather bag hanging from his tail, I, who could have been burned twice, changed my expression. After saying that, I went closer and kissed the cold-blooded snake. He managed to receive a slap from me. What's wrong? I looked at the cold-blooded snake. The cold-blooded snake told me in a sorrowful tone, disagreeing with the mate, and also didn't let him smell. Do you hate him? Back in the cave. I was lying on the stone bed. I looked at the cold-blooded snake. I made a firm decision. I gave it. Snake BA. He turned around. His expression was somewhat sad. Then, coiling his tail, he asked me, Good night. Will you sleep on me today? He transformed into human form. Today we bind. I finished speaking and approached to kiss the cold-blooded snake. The ink snake was stunned by this great surprise. He stared at me, dazed. My lips were hot, just like that day. In an instant, he transformed into human form. His sharp fangs turned into small baby teeth. I, who had been burned twice, changed my expression. It's over. I forgot that this guy has two. Snakemen are all the same. Good boy. The snake saw me escape. He reached out, took my wrist, and pulled me closer. You don't like it? His tone is as gentle as ever. However, it hid a malicious feeling. Looking at his highly seductive face, I'm also giving my all. The sighs beside me are tempting. Wan Yao and I cannot look for other beasts if we bind. I will kill him. Hearing this, that's when I knew that cold orcs are all the same. This guy just pretends to be kind. No wonder they say you have to control cold orcs to form a pair. I can't contain myself. Didn't he die? But it was my decision. What can be done? It's already like this. Let me indulge him. He looks good. The snake kissed my eyebrows and eyes. Secretly happy. Indeed, it's Naruto. In dreams, I heard a system notification. Biting. The host has successfully mated with the Beast World Snake Orc. The 4 hand points have been credited. Please check your account. Dawn. 2 suns hanging in the sky. Ridiculously hot. I arched my back in the snake's arms. It's very refreshing. He's the human air conditioner one needs in summer. But I heard the system say, it's already the end of the hot season. Soon it will be the cold season. The snake has hugged me and rubbed me. He's very affectionate. I've gotten more used to him now. That appearance of being innocent and good-natured. Last night he was fierce and ruthless, like an obsessive patient. Although it's exciting, I can't stand it. Snake BA. In winter, will you hibernate all the time? It's hard for me to accept that he'll be asleep all winter. No one is here to talk to me. Although I have an exchange system, I can't trade or negotiate, but it's very boring. Sometimes he wakes up. The snake has coiled over me. I'll prepare food and enough beast hide before winter. By the way, after I fall asleep, don't come near me, you could get hurt. The snake had already warned carefully, because if he is woken up during hibernation, he will attack as a conditioned reflex. Thinking about these, he immediately sat up. He must hurry to prepare the necessary food for winter. First, he went to the forest and caught many animals. Then he dried it over the fire. He broke it into small pieces to preserve them. He dug 2 more caves to store this food. He was busy until nightfall. Only then did he complete all his work for today. Good job! I smiled and went over to give him a big hug. The snake was already feeling my embrace. His face showed a happy smile. No, you just have to always be by my side. I nodded, leaning into his arms, enjoying this peace and warmth. The beast world is, without a doubt, more relaxed than the modern one. And besides, there's a great beauty to look at. You should go to sleep early. You're very tired today. It pains me for him. He hasn't been able to sit down and rest all day. But the snake only felt happiness in this good moment. He leaned in and kissed me. He said with a somewhat pitiful tone, I'm not tired. Good night, Yao. I worked very hard today. Can you give me a reward? I simply can't stand how he is. I knew very well how this guy was. But I only eat this. Then, the cold snake's tail brought ambiguity. It gently coiled around my ankle. The next day it was barely dawn. The snake had already gone hunting again. As soon as he left, the bed quickly became too hot. I was woken up by the heat. Suddenly, I remembered the trading system. Wild, are you there? I'm here. System 001 gave a yawn. He stretched and came out of the small dark room. Damn. For no apparent reason, I entered the small dark room. There are things VIPs cannot see. When will the missions be published? This matters a lot to me. Earning points is as important as earning money. It's an absolute priority. Only if points enter the account can I spend with peace of mind. Otherwise, I always feel anxious. Host. Missions require going out to explore. If found, they will be automatically published. Each mission, the points rewards obtained are different. The fastest way to get points is by pairing with an orc. I nodded, to show that I understood. So as long as I have enough money, sooner or later one day I can dominate the beast world. But in fact, there are some things I can't do. Although Ben is still loyal, I thought the tiger was just passing by looking for prey. I really feel guilty. I sat on the edge of the cliff and took a deep breath. Suddenly, a nearby branch rustled. I didn't have time to react. I really felt uncomfortable with my conscience. He jumped out from behind the bushes. Damn, is that an orc? Is that an orc? They're all orcs. I quickly got up and hid in the cave. Who knows if this tiger is good or bad? The snake isn't here either. Better hide first. I thought that tiger was just passing by hunting, but I realized he was coming straight for me. I only saw that tiger, in a couple of leaps, climbed towards me. Suddenly, he stood in front of me. I was so scared I backed away several steps. I almost fell off the cliff. He realized he had scared the little female. The white tiger suddenly transformed into a human form. His features were clear and defined. Sharp facial features. Completely opposite to the snake's type. One is enough. The other is completely the male type. Although he's quite handsome, for some reason I don't like that type, and he doesn't seem like a good guy at all. This is my home. What are you doing? Although I'm scared, I still try to be brave. Inside, I'm frantically screaming for help from the system. Little female, were you taken by the snake beast, right? Don't be afraid. I am Yuan, a warrior of the white tiger tribe. I can protect you. Where is your tribe? Can I take you home? Joy sparkled in Yuan's eyes. If he could save the little female would surely want him to be her first mate. From afar, he sniffed the sweet scent of the little female. He liked that smell very much. Females in the tribe are not as beautiful as this little female, but I didn't expect Yuan to be fearless at all. This is my home. I don't need you to save me. My beast will be back soon. You can't beat me. I'm not afraid of little females. I'm very strong. I'm a 4-striped beast man. The snake beast can't beat me. Yuan mentioned the snake. A slight irritation appeared on his face. The tribe had already surrounded that snake before. Despite suffering such severe injuries, he didn't die. I don't know which tribe stole a strand of her. If he had known, he should have killed him from the beginning. Let him run to the river. It's really a mistake. Seeing the little female, he scares himself. Suddenly, irrational anger surged in his heart. The snake beast really deserves to die. He surely mistreated the little female. Even a good beast man like him gets scared when approached. Are you coming? Otherwise, I'll let the snake kill you. I tried to intimidate him pretentiously. However, I didn't expect Yuan to be fearless at all. He was even convinced that he had been threatened and persecuted by the snake beast. He's back. I'll take you away first. Yuan stepped forward and covered my mouth. Then he hugged me and jumped off the cliff. We started running through the forest, running deeper and deeper into it. I watched as the cave moved further away. I felt helpless and angry. Who cares? Towards peace? No one listens to what others say. The one who came directly kidnapped him. Then the tiger turned into a beast, returning with chopsticks. His pace was quick. A sound of violent shaking of branches and leaves was heard in the forest, as if something enormous was running. Suddenly, a huge black snakehead appeared. At first, I was a little scared, until I saw those pale red beast eyes. They were the eyes I knew well. The snake had saved me. He made a sound. I felt happy inside. The snake will violently defeat the tiger. Who gave him such confidence? The snake had just returned to his hole, smelled the scent of Tiger Yuan, and his guanyao had also disappeared. Yuan was very anxious. The white tiger orcs were chasing and cornering him. In that second, the white tiger orcs were chasing and blocking him. Cornering him is fine, but now they're also stealing his female, and at that moment, he who is chasing him doesn't dare to attack recklessly either. Wan Yao is still in Wu Yuan's hands. If he attacks carelessly, he might hurt Wan Yao. Seeing him pursuing, Wu Yuan was very worried. Although he's not afraid of the snake, the little female is here. If the snake beast is accidentally pressured, the female could get hurt. Seeing the snake approaching, I immediately switched weapons for a system knife. I fiercely stabbed Wu Yuan's jaw. Tiger Yuan felt pain, but still didn't let go of me. To the nearby forest, several white tigers jumped out to block the snake. They are all 3-mark orcs. There are 5 white tigers. Just now, when I saw the snake, Wu Yuan knew that he had already advanced to a 4-mark orc, but fortunately, at that moment his own tribe's hunting party had already completely surrounded him. He let me go. After a tiger's roar, 2 white tigers, one on the left and one on the right, stopped beside me. Then he turned and lunged at Segi. Very soon, 3 3-mark orcs and 1 4-mark orc surrounded Segi. I was desperate. Even if Segi was already a 4-mark orc, being surrounded and killed by so many orcs was still dangerous. These 2 hateful tigers kept blocking her. What do we do with this? It's all this damn system's fault. They even sell fruit knives. Why can't I get some modern weapons? The battle recedes before my eyes. I heard the snake's wails in the distance. I almost cried. Suddenly, I thought of something. I exchanged for another stone knife and pointed it at my throat, towards those 2 white tiger beast men. Open up! Otherwise, I'll commit suicide. The 2 orcs were immediately scared. Not knowing what to do, they involuntarily backed away. They even transformed into human form. They tried to advise me. Little female, the stone knife is very dangerous. We are not bad beasts. We won't hurt you. We just want to protect you. I had no desire to listen to their nonsense. I turned my head and ran. At that moment, he was being surrounded by 4 white tigers in a war of attrition. Yuan roared as he moved his claws. Suddenly, immediately bloody handprints appeared on Snake G's body. When Snake G saw me running towards him, he couldn't help but shout, "Don't come here! Go away quickly! It's very dangerous!" Cheers! I ran with all my might. I saw how one by one they rose to bite Snake G. It hurt so much. He is the great Liang whom I saved using 2,000 points. These orcs are hateful. Seeing me running inconsiderately, the snake is going crazy. He fought with all his might, waving his tail. After pushing away the white tiger orcs, he lunged towards me. No, the snake beast is crazy. Little female, run fast! Yuan is very angry. How did the little female get here? When he arrived in front of me, the snake suddenly returned to his human snake form. At that moment, he was covered in wounds. But he still hugged me. He hugged me tightly. He doesn't care that he arrived late. Snake BA, I looked at him, full of wounds. My heart aches. All these wounds are the fault of these white tiger orcs. Does it hurt? It doesn't hurt, but next time don't do that. It's very dangerous. He was referring to my rushing into the battlefield, watching the snake hug me. Tiger Yuan, run away too! This cunning snake beast is using the female as a shield. I see that Tiger Yuan and the others are still restless. I freed myself from the snake's arms, placed myself in front of the snake. You guys act. Even kill me too. My words scared Tiger Yuan. He doesn't understand why this little female wants to protect the snake beast. All the white tigers transformed into humans. Little female, being with him will hurt you. Tiger Yuan wanted to persuade me. My act of risking my life to save the snake also pains him. He is also a 4-mark beast man. Why? The little female only wants to be with the snake beast. The snake came out. He hugged me. She can only wish for me. He doesn't want anyone to take me. I can only be his beast. Whoever tries to take her will be killed. Little female, you've heard it too. Tiger John also didn't expect the snake to admit that directly. Doesn't he fear that the female will hate him for it? Break the contract with him? After all, females want to have many beast companions, take care of themselves, protect their own safety. And what? Form. I am completely dissatisfied. The system said it first. Blood beast men are petty. This is something I know. It is also a choice I made myself. Besides, if the snake is really weak, I won't have him alone. Now one snake is enough to protect me. You've taken care of me. Why do I need so many beast companions? Tiger John gritted his teeth. This little female is really special. In fact, if the little female was willing to let him be her beast companion, he could also accept this snake. Little female, the cold season is approaching. My strength is no weaker than the snake beast. I hope you'll consider me a little. He is a white tiger orc. In the cold season, his temperature and fur can maintain the body temperature of females. To be so relentlessly rejected by a female. Now she only likes Snake E. Nature protects him. Snake BA! Let's go home! I patted Segi on the shoulder. I deliberately avoided his wound. I'll put medicine on you when we get back. So many wounds. It must hurt a lot. The snake smiled slightly, full of demonic spirit. It's good to see the shadows of the two walk away. But the little female is very sweet to the snake. They heard everything without missing a word. The other white tiger beast men didn't dare to look at Yuan. This is the first time for Yuan to be so cruelly rejected by a female, and by a wandering beast at that. Yuan's strength is outstanding among the young generation. All the females of the clan want to accept him. They are even willing to prioritize him for breeding. But he always dislikes those females. But now he dares to ask females to consider him. But I was rejected. Yuan clenched his fist, watching their shadows disappear, until the voice of little Chuxin could no longer be heard. But he still likes the little female. It doesn't matter if he was rejected. Return to the tribe. Since I can't take the little female now, it would be better to go back and prepare. He has to, until I could no longer hear the little female's voice. I didn't have these things. I thought I had already refused. Yuan should have given up, but I didn't know that every following day I would also see Yuan appearing at my doorstep. Every night I had to sleep hugging my snake husband's abdomen, because not only is it cool to the touch, but sometimes it was also warm. But today, as soon as I opened my eyes, I saw my snake husband fighting with a tiger. And at that moment, I watched the snake and the tiger fighting below, frowning. Yesterday I bandaged the snake's wound. I didn't think it had opened again now. The snake had already seen me appear. He didn't keep fighting with Yuan. Instead, he retreated to my side, transforming into his human snake form. I looked at the old wounds that had not yet healed and the new ones. I bit my lips. I was wrong. Van Chung. And the snake had already reacted the moment he saw me appear. The snake tilted his head to comfort me. Put it on the side of my face. I looked at Yuan below. I wanted to say something forceful, but Yuan didn't care at all. He even dragged some prey. Passionate confession. Little female, this is my prey. I'm also very impressive. Banjiao, please don't pay attention to him. The snake weakly hugged my waist. He can't kill Yuan. If Banjiao likes Yuan and wants to pair with him, there's nothing he can do. How sad. Let's go home. I paid no attention to what Yuan was saying. Taking the snake's hand, I returned to the cave. I think I figured it out. No matter how many times I refuse, these orcs will just follow their own thoughts. Come, let me help you with the medicine. I nodded. I took out the medicine box and a clean gauze again. Very carefully, I applied the medicine to Shiji's wound, then wrapped it carefully with gauze. Understood? Less fighting. Doesn't your wound hurt? Shiji nodded obediently. I hear you. Actually, this small wound for a 4-mark orc recovers in a few minutes, but he still intentionally stayed, because it would pain me to see him suffer. Apply the medicine. Are you hungry, Wan Yao? Let's go hunt. The snake no longer wants to stay in the cave. Besides Wan Yao's winter supplies. How many more? Better, I nodded. I also want to go for a walk. While I'm at it, I'll see if I can find any medicinal herbs. Wan Yao, very well, let's go out. Saying this, he lifted me with one arm. I made him sit on my arm. Satisfied, he wagged his tail and swam out. At that moment, there was no trace of Yuan at the cave entrance. But the 3 preys were still there. It seems Tiger John is determined. Wan Yao, eat the prey I caught. We don't need any of this. The snake already saw that my gaze fell on the prey. He grimaced. All of this is rotten. Don't waste it. You eat it. I know what he's thinking. He doesn't want me to accept these gifts. I also suspected it. In the beast world, sending prey definitely has a courtship meaning. If I accept these preys, it's equivalent to tacitly accepting Yuan's pursuit. But the snake is different. He's a male orc. Eaten is eaten. It doesn't count as what I received. Hearing this, the snake nodded. He supported this proposal. As long as Wan Yao doesn't want him, he's happy with anything she does with Wu Yuan's stuff. Does Wan Yao like long-eared animals? I'll catch one and roast it for you. The taste should be pretty good. Long-eared animals are very adorable. Furry. Wan Yao should like them. Besides, it's not very big. Just what my late self needs to eat. Like! My eyes sparkled. I nodded slightly. This long-eared beast knows it's a rabbit instantly. In the forest, perhaps the cold season is approaching. The colors of the plants are somewhat dull. So fresh. The activity of the beasts has also greatly decreased. What a scare! The 001 exchange system has returned. I also bring good news. After a transmission, I immediately asked, Where did you go? What good news? No wonder the system hasn't been appearing on its own lately. It always responds briefly only when I look for it for something. Following the Space Management Agency's decision to protect the host's well-being, a special storage space is opened. I raised an eyebrow slightly. Opening the shopping center. Surprisingly, a space of approximately 50 cubic meters really appeared. There really is space. This is absolutely essential for traveling and being at home. I'm very happy to have gotten a space. That must be done. This is a benefit he has gotten. Oh, stupid host. Kneel and give thanks. But host, don't rush to celebrate. Make sure the snake evolves, that's the most important thing. It is said that orcs of level 6 or higher can receive the blessing of the beast god. They gain special powers from one of the 5 elements. I slapped the snake in shock. The surprise on his face was undeniable. The snake, who received the slap, seemed a little confused. Wan Yao, did you see something you liked? No. Did I hurt you with that? I came back to my senses, looking at the snake with some apology. The snake gently replied that it didn't hurt him. Then, hearing some noise, he quickly hugged me and climbed the tree. What happened? The host is calm. The quality will surely die in his hands. This must be tens of meters above the ground, right? This is too high. Wan Yao, don't be afraid. A fierce beast is passing by here alone. I'm going down to hunt it. Sitting on the branch, watching Keen Fang. I don't want to miss this opportunity. Fierce and wild beasts are different. This type of fierce beast has origin crystals in its body. Generally, they are in groups in the dark forest. Only large tribes have the ability to hunt in the dark forest. And besides, the core crystals in their bodies are key for orcs to break their limits, as long as he swallows an origin crystal. Then, next time, Yuan will surely die at his hands. Then be careful, I whispered. Looking at the snake, I'm quite worried. Although I don't like him to fight and get hurt, that's how orcs are. They have to grow. Then I asked the system with some concern. There will be no danger to the system, right? The host is calm. Fierce beasts generally appear in groups. This one has been left alone. It must have been seriously injured. Suddenly, a heart-wrenching wail arrived, with a shaking of the earth. I only felt the branches beneath me were about to break. It can't be that there's so much noise. What huge monster is this, after all? She hasn't seen the beast yet. Thinking about this, I stretched my neck, trying to look through the bushes to see this fierce beast spoken of in legends. I was completely focused on looking into the distance. I didn't notice a dark shadow passing behind me, lunging towards me. "Watch out, master!" The system saw that shadow. He started screaming in my consciousness, desperately. At that moment, the snake had retracted his tail, which was coiled around the fierce beast. With sharp claws, he opened its belly. He pulled out a diamond-shaped crystal the size of half his palm. After swallowing the elemental crystal, the snake had already looked up. Upon opening his eyes again, the beast's eyes shine brightly. The 4 marks on his arm turned into 5. This type of ascent is fast, but it needs some training to consolidate. This time, he was lucky. He ran into a solitary and severely injured beast. Next time Yuan comes to steal Wan Yao, he will surely teach him a lesson. He is standing upright, ready to come find me, but the mark on his chest darkened for a moment. A throbbing sensation came. Wan Yao! The snake's gaze is already icy. He quickly slid through the forest, following the remaining scent in the air. There's also the smell of male orcs. It's an orc from the White Tiger tribe. At that moment, I opened my eyes confused. I only taste a bitter flavor in my mouth. Looking around, this is a very rudimentary hole. Little female, you're awake. Leopard Desert crouched to one side. Seeing me open my eyes, he suddenly jumped in front of me. "Who are you?" I stayed in shock. I heard the system say something. The host is small, so I went to him. "Little female, the Leopard Desert is crouching to one side. This is the White Tiger tribe. You don't have to be afraid." Seeing that I scared him, the leopard timidly returned to his old spot. "White Tiger tribe," I frowned. "Why am I here?" The leopard lowered his head with some guilt. "I went out hunting. I saw a snake that wanted to bite you. A carelessness made you faint from fear." "No problem," I answered distractedly. "I heard a fighting commotion outside." "Finally, the host has woken up. You scared me so much." The system was sitting on the ground, whimpering. His host almost died, and besides, he was scared to death. This damn black leopard beast man. "By the way, host, the snake has been outside. We were about to fight with the White Tiger tribe people." "What?" I jumped off the stone bed. I opened my legs and ran outside. "What's wrong with the little female? Where are you going? It's dangerous outside," he startled Leopard. But he doesn't dare to try to stop me lightly. He fears he can't control his strength. I heard noises outside. It must be my animal lover coming to find me. After I explained one thing, I quickly ran outside. Leopard tilted his head in deep thought. Then he followed me closely. Outside the tribe, a snake was surrounded by numerous beasts. The one leading is still that old acquaintance, Yuan. More than 10 beastmen surrounded the snake. They wouldn't let him cross the tribe gate no matter what he said. "Give me my mate back. I'll leave right away." The snake spoke with an icy tone. His expression was full of killing intent. It was his carelessness that caused Wan Yao to be captured by the White Tiger tribe people. "Who is your mate? Clearly you just want to steal our clan's female. Those cold orcs. Every now and then they come to the clan to steal females. Even if you get her back, it won't be enough. Who cares about protecting the females of their clan? My mate is in your tribe." "What? Your mate? I'll run in and get her back." The snake is extremely furious. He didn't expect to be gone for a while. He will let them take advantage. Gathering sen, some orcs look at each other. They really smell the presence of a female on him. And besides, a moment ago, the leopard indeed brought back a strange, wounded female. Could the little female from a moment ago be this snake's mate? Don't believe him. What female would want to mate with a snake beast? She must be a female he stole from another clan. Yuan looked grim. His heart was firm and unshakable. It was the snake who forcibly took the little female. Hearing this, those undecided orcs suddenly became resolute. That's right. What female could like a snake beast? In an instant, both sides were defensive. A fight was about to break out. I, who was running, suddenly shouted, "Stop!" The orcs looked at me in surprise. How did this little female get here? "Wan Yao." The snake saw me immediately. Seeing that I was fine, he finally breathed a sigh of relief. I flung myself into the snake's arms, wrapping my arms around his neck. My heart was at peace. You came looking for me. The snake affectionately rubbed my face with his nose. It's a good thing, you're all right. Yuan watched this scene with a grim face. But despite that, he could only watch the little female return to the snake's arms, because he couldn't fight the snake beast now. He had previously offended the snake beast several times. If he tried to stop him now, he would surely be killed. But the orcs in the tribe were confused. Looking at this situation, the little female seems to really like this snake beast. Have we unfairly accused the snake? Did the little female snake beast not really force you? A wolf raised the doubt of most of the orcs present. The snake is the celestial beast I chose. He didn't force me. Thank you for your concern. Then I hung onto the snake's neck, sitting on his arm. There's also leopard fur. Thank you for saving me too. The snake beast is very cunning. He has definitely used some trick to deceive the little female. You can't trust him? Yuan spoke again. He wants to stop me. It cost him a lot to find a female he liked. If he can't keep her this time, he probably won't have another chance in the future. Yuan's words once again drew the attention of the orcs. Although I don't have so much malice towards snake beasts, I still hope the little female stays, because then the bachelors of the tribe would have more opportunities. Grey Wolf continued to persuade. Little female, if not, stay. In our tribe there are many powerful orcs. It would be great to be able to stay in the tribe. Yes, yes. Other orcs also felt it. This little female is so beautiful, although her bad intentions towards the snake beast aren't that great. Her personality is also gentle. I wish she could stay in the tribe. And Baomo still stayed on the sidelines, watching silently. After all, the women of the tribe looked down on him. Outsiders probably wouldn't want him either. Smile. No, thank you. I don't want other orc husbands. One snake is enough. Joining the tribe, I don't need it for now either. Although joining the tribe is undoubtedly less dangerous than being outside, I still have an inconvenient trading system to expose, so it's better to live outside with the snake. The snake already heard my words. His whole heart stopped for an instant. He almost wanted to hug me and kiss me at that moment. He's a little dazed. His expression has also softened a lot. Since things are clear, the beast men no longer held the snake. After all, cold-blooded beasts with mates won't steal females from the tribe. So now it's Shiji for them. I'm no longer an enemy. The orcs are no longer clinging to Shiji. Let's go home. The snake still remembers. I didn't eat anything. That morning, my stomach must be empty. This is a failure on his part as a beast husband. Good. I'm already hungry. I grabbed his face and kissed him. I'm in a very good mood. On the way home, I looked curiously at the 5-pattern beast mark on Shiji's bladder. Then I lowered my head and leaned on the snake's shoulder. I rubbed my face against his neck. Could you not go hunting these days? There's enough food at home, but it will be soon every 7. But it's already close. I want to prepare a little more just in case. He fears that after falling asleep, he won't be able to take care of me. Hibernating only makes me feel very lonely. Now stay with me longer. As soon as I pout, the snake can't help it. He hugs me and sighs softly. He can only wait for Yao to fall asleep. Then he can go hunting, although it will be a little harder to find prey. Once back home, I clung to the snake and asked him to accompany me to rest. I firmly decided that I wouldn't let the snake go out. After all, I have the exchange market. I won't die, no matter what. I won't starve, nor will I get hurt. But I feel very bored alone. Why does the system snake have to hibernate? I'm a little sad. I quite like the snake. I don't want to look for another orc. Snake skin and blood cannot maintain warmth. Hibernating in cold climates is also to store energy. In addition, there is little prey in winter. Hibernation can reduce energy consumption. The system also knows me. I wanted to ask if there's any way the snake doesn't use his eyes. Then he continued saying, if the host wants the snake to be accompanied, as long as the temperature in the cave is high enough, covering the hole with animal skins, lighting a fire in the cave, that's enough to keep him awake. So he can't hibernate. Won't that be bad for his health? It doesn't affect him once the cold season passes. If he can quickly become a 6-mark beast man, he won't need to hibernate in winter. I knew the method. So I had the snake hang at the door. Several layers of beast skin exchanged for several large vases of water. The snake, who was busy again, finally felt relieved. Letting him do nothing is very hard to bear. But this work won't take long to complete. The snake was already sitting next to the stone bed again, somewhat confused. "Wan Yao, would you like me to take you to pick fruits?" Looking at him with his head down, I felt like laughing. He nodded. "All right, let's go pick fruits." Hearing that there was something to do, the snake immediately brightened up. He picked me up as if it were a 100-meter dash, fearing I would change my mind. After all, during the day, when I give orders, that's not allowed. In the forest, because the cold season is approaching, the fruit is pitiful. Only a few are left hanging on the branches, but they look very appetizing. It looks like an orange, yellow, and bright. The snake quickly picked all the fruits, put them in a beast skin bag. He gave them to me. "Do you like this, Wan Yao? Sour and sweet." I took one, peeled the skin, and took a bite. The taste is really good. The system can mark places. I really like these fruits. I'm smiling with gifs in my mind. Is it high-tech? It definitely has that function. But System 001 nodded coldly. Clearly, it has changed its style again. "You are the best leader. You are the most powerful leader in the world." The system, hearing this, forced a smile. It nodded coldly with an HM. Then, the snake and I continued walking until we reached an enormous waterfall. "How beautiful!" I exclaimed loudly. Speaking here, the volume is so low that it's not heard well. The water here is very fast. "Let's fish in a calmer place. We can play here for a while first." The snake just wanted to bring me here to see. The females who grew up in the tribe had never seen this. Although Banjiao is very powerful, I don't even know which tribe he is from, but I'm sure he'll like it. So much time has passed. He never asked about my tribe, nor did I hear him mention it on my own. The snake just assumed that. I don't want to go back. I got out of the snake's arms, looking at the clear waters below. The snake has said he won't let go of anything. Every day he was either working overtime or commuting to work. But now it's fine. I don't have to go to work. I sleep until I wake up naturally. And when I want to go out, there's someone to accompany me. Thinking about this, I simply got excited. His head warmed up. Suddenly, he remembered his hard life before the journey. He kept screaming at Siba. Even the system got scared. The snake immediately jumped into the water. He hugged me and surfaced. He asked anxiously, "Are you all right?" "I can swim. Let me go quickly." I just wanted to take advantage before the cold season arrived. Have some fun in the water. "You can't. This is too dangerous." The snake said he wouldn't let go. He dragged me to the shore. He lit a fire to dry my clothes. Looking at the campfire in front of me, I let out a deep sigh. He has taken away my right to play in the water. The snake was also afraid of making me angry. He explained in a low voice, "Don't be angry. Wait until the warm season to enjoy yourself properly. It's cold now, and you could get sick." I can only sit resignedly in front of the fire. "Dry the clothes by the fire. The fire is already lit. Let's make some fish. Then I'll go fishing. You can't move silently." The snake already had his lips pressed together, watching me, until he saw me nod and he relaxed. The snake went into the water and quickly caught some fish. After expertly cleaning them, I skewered them on branches and put them to roast over the fire. I, for my part, put some spices on the fish. As the fish meat turned golden, slowly the fragrance began to spread. Time passes quickly. The entire beast world has been covered in white snow, a completely silver landscape. At this moment, the snake has. He was lazily curled up in my arms, looking at the intensely burning bonfire, and he gave a big yawn. "Good night. I'm cold." Then I'll add more firewood, one on my wrist, looking at the snake helplessly. Aren't snake beasts supposed to go into heat in the spring? How is it that winter has already arrived here? Like a seductive fairy with narrowed eyes, she attracts him. It seems I can't wake up every day. But I have unlimited energy. No, please, adding firewood is also cold. Saying this, the snake crawled towards me. The entire snake coiled around me. "Then I'll put out the fire. Have a good sleep." I smiled slyly. I made a gesture, as if I was going to push the bonfire so that it would never wake up. Spend the whole winter peacefully. "It's not allowed." The snake let out a moan. "If you touch me, I won't feel cold anymore." Saying this, he took my hand. I quickly pulled my hand away. "Where are you putting it?" The snake lifted his head, a pair of beast eyes full of excitement. I let go. Looking at him that way, I couldn't help but grit my teeth. The snake approached, making strange sounds. I knew he had definitely succeeded. He realized that I can't resist temptation. Thinking about this, a slight smile appeared on his face. The next morning, I slowly woke up. I stretched my arms. After getting dressed, I prepared to make something to eat. The snow outside the copper is very deep. The snake can't go out either. It's very cold outside. As soon as he went out, it wouldn't be long before it became legal. You'll probably die in the snow. I'll give you the afternoon. The snake had already woken up. He stirred in his warm comforter, calling my name in a sticky way. I looked back at the snake. I asked how much longer the cold season would last. There's a fur curtain at the entrance to block the wind. I also don't know how many days have passed. I only know that when night falls, the snake becomes especially active. The sun has risen and set about 70 times, I suppose. The snake had already calculated the time. That will still take a good while. I feel like my bones are about to rust. I can't go out either. I'm bored to death. Yuan wants to go out and play. The snake has closed his eyes and felt for a moment. But now it's very cold. The sun doesn't shine. When it gets a little warmer, we'll go out to play. Is that okay? If he can bother me every day, he won't feel bored. But Yuan wants to go out and play. It's surely because he's sleeping. He can't be with me properly. When he's no longer sleepy, we'll go out and play again. I want to have fun outside, but I also value life. I can't risk my life for fun, can I? If we encounter danger, the snake will have already fallen asleep. The consequences would be unthinkable. Wait until spring to go out. Then it will be a new landscape. The days at home passed one after another. Finally, the day before was about to silence me. Double sun. The warm sun rays fall. I am very excited to be at the entrance of the cave. The sun is rising. The cold season will pass soon. The snake has lazily come out of the cave. As soon as the sun comes out, he comes back to life. Although it's still cold, I can resist it now. Come on, we've been in the cave for a long time. Today the sun is out. We can walk around the surroundings. The snake has picked me up with one arm. Slowly, he heads outside. It really doesn't affect anything. It's fine to rest at home. Is he really worried that the snake will fall asleep? Don't worry, the snake has dragged me through the snow. Does Yuan like the snow? The snake has discovered that I'm out. My eyes never left the snowdrift. It seems I want to get into it. I had never seen so much snow accumulate. My eyes never left the snowdrift. Perhaps by the afternoon it will have melted. I was happily molding a small snowman. Although my palm was frozen and sore, I still couldn't let go of the snowdrift. The snake Yao twisted for a while. I also made a snowball like me, very carefully to shape it. In front of me, suddenly, a red, frozen hand reached out to me. To the long-eared beast. I see the snake holding an adorable Q-version bunny in his palm. My eyes suddenly widened. How adorable! You're incredible! Look, I like it! Snake knew he had done well. Actually, he wanted to mold a snake. But its body is thin and long. He couldn't put it together. Easy to break. The long-eared animal, Yao, also likes it. He raised the corner of his lips. He accepted my praise. What else does Yuan like? I'll squeeze you. I raised an eyebrow. Turn around and hug him. Like you. As soon as I said that, the snake was clearly excited. Visibly so. That snake tail almost moved like a dog's. I want Yuan too. The snake has raised his hands to hold me. The corner of his lips couldn't stop rising. Little snake, control yourself. Every time I see the snake secretly wagging his tail, I always find it amusing. With a single phrase, he can be happy all day. Very easy to please. Enough with the snow. I squeezed Shiji's hand. Let's go back, okay? Suddenly, an eagle's cry above the sky. A huge eagle beast swooped down. Its sharp claws spread open. It lunged towards me. The snake quickly protected me in his arms. The snake's tail went towards that eagle beast, but it was skillfully dodged by the eagle beast. I fear they will attack again in the spring, if the snake hadn't reacted quickly. This time, I fear the eagle's claw has already carried him into the sky. At that moment, I tightly hugged the snake's waist. I hid my head, not daring to look. Is it a beast person? Is it an evil beast? Snake's eyes are fierce, a pair of guys with murderous intentions. Even the tone has been permeated by ice and snow. Once the evil beast sets its sights on a female, it won't give up easily. If the price, I fear they will attack again in the spring. And after the eagle beast dodged the attack, it continued to lurk above the two's heads, just waiting for the snake to reveal its effects. The eagle beast does not have the habit of storing food in the cold season. They only wait to catch some small prey, and, by the way, catch two females to play with. But those small tribes hide very well when the cold season begins. Both the female and the food are hidden in the deep cave. I thought I would return empty-handed. I didn't expect to pass through this snake's territory. I discovered that I had found a female. Before, he had never smelled such a sweet scent. And besides, this little female has a soft and melodious voice, which makes the heart can't help but feel eager. He spun in the sky. He refuses to leave for a long time. I heard the snake's words. I couldn't help but feel fear in my heart. How can he communicate with the evil beast? It seems this is going to be a life or death situation. The snake had felt my fear. He gently comforted me, saying that there would be no problem. I won't let you get hurt. Actually, the eagle beast doesn't pose a great threat to him, but he can't fly, so it's a bit hard to kill. Jintan still doesn't dare to act recklessly, seeing that the situation was deadlocked. Suddenly, he flew away. Perhaps he feared that both would be injured, or die right here. But the snake already knows. He hasn't given up, he has only temporarily moved away. Later, he will find an opportunity to attack Wan Yao. He left, and the snake hugged me. Quickly, he swam towards the cave. As the seasons change, the snake is becoming more and more vibrant. There's a market today. Do you want to go? Asked Snake, dropping the prey at home. Immediately, I put down the wool blanket I was weaving. Let's go, so let's go. The snake lifted a large beast skin bag with his tail. It was full of supplies to exchange. Then we walked towards the nearest herbivore tribe. In the tribe, animal skins were spread everywhere. On the skins were various things. There were many orcs who came to the market. Not only were they herbivore orcs, there were also many orcs from wild beast tribes. The snake hugged me as soon as I entered the village. Many herbivore orcs automatically moved aside. No one dared to look at the two. I had one arm around the snake's neck. I looked around at the things in the stall. Everything was common animal skins and meats. There were also some jewels, made of fangs and feathers. If you see something you like, tell me. The snake rarely came to the market before because the orcs of these tribes also didn't welcome him. So much so that he even bought salt crystals at a price twice as much as other orcs. But the snake didn't care. If he was unhappy, he would just steal it. When he was happy, he would negotiate well. There's nothing to worry about the double price. Hello, what do you need to exchange this for? I'm half-hunched, pointing at the bok choy at the stall. Although the system could exchange bok choy, I wanted to save points to exchange for a protective device. For now, spend as little as possible. The seller was a young, long-eared orc. Seeing me talk to him, he couldn't help but change his expression. He said, somewhat stammering, that animal skins could be exchanged for salt crystals. One skin, or a handful of salt crystals. I'll give you all of this. Snake saw. Seeing me look at the ears of the beast man in front of me, his expression couldn't help but change. Sana, Wan Yao, I brought animal skins to exchange. If you want us, change. Saying this, he looked up at the beast man. A flash passed through his vertical eyes. The long-eared man was scared and his fur bristled. He involuntarily took 2 steps back. I smiled and looked at the snake. Are you going to buy me something? You are my mate. Even I am yours. Is it strange to buy something? The snake's pouts, speaking as if he was very stingy. Then buy it for me. I squeezed his hand. I signaled him not to look at the others. The beast men of the herbivore tribe already had him. He also had an expression as if he wanted to eat him. He scared people so much that the rabbit's ears shrank. Come on, let's look ahead. I easily took his arm. I led him all the way forward. The gray rabbit man saw that the two had left. He couldn't help but sigh with relief. Although that little female was very beautiful and sweet, and also smelled very good, her beast husband was too mean. He had already heard that the snake beast was very stingy. Indeed, he is. He didn't even say a few words to the little female. The snake beast would want to kill him. If he really tried to court the little female, he feared that in the next second, outside the clan, there would already be another package. Next time, don't act like that. As I walked, I told the snake, worried that by provoking everyone's anger, he could get hurt. Do you like him? The snake's tone was very simple, but in those red eyes, a flicker of sadness and anger was clearly visible. I should have killed that hateful rabbit, I heard what the snake said. He said very naturally, long-eared beast? Who doesn't like furry things? The snake suddenly stopped when I said that. He stood still in his place. He seemed caught in some kind of dilemma. What's wrong? I saw him stay motionless. I had some doubts. Since Wan Yao likes furry beastmen, then why do you want to mate with me? Is it because you saw me about to die at that moment, so you pity me? When the snake asked this, he didn't even dare to turn his head to look at me. His head was bowed. He seemed lost in his own world. He was very sad. But then he pretended to be magnanimous and said, if Wan Yao wants to find another beast husband, I can also accept it. But he can't. He's a useless herbivore who can't do anything. I understood that this guy was hurt. He was very pained. And he was also pretending to be magnanimous, as if he were the main wife. The snake turned his head, intentionally avoiding my gaze. His eyes were full of tears. Then you can only ask for another. This is my bottom line. I turned to face him. I raised my hand to cup his face. My fingers pressed gently. You're wrong, I'm not going to cry. The snake's gaze clearly said, it's about to break, but he still stubbornly insisted. I haven't said I want to find another beast mate. My liking what I say. Just as females enjoy flowers that bloom in spring, and those beautiful jewels. I spoke to him softly. The snake indeed listened. Isn't it the same as the feeling that he liked it? Shiji used a little force in his hands. He was afraid of hearing an answer he didn't want. Yes, it's different. So you have nothing to worry about. I remember everything that happened at the stall. Except for having looked more at the gray rabbit beast man's ears, everything else was normal questions about prices. The snake surely thought that by looking at him I was in love. I'm just curious about his ears. I explained once more. The snake was already completely charmed. He knew that Wan Yao still preferred him. Suddenly, a wave of cheers was heard ahead. A group of evil beasts was surrounding the small square. It seemed like there was something good. What are they selling there? Let's take a look. My curiosity was piqued. I pulled the snake and started running. As soon as I arrived, an orc discovered me. How can there be females here? Then, everyone turned to look at me. This made me feel a little nervous. Why can't there be females here? Until my eyes landed on the stage. An old, worn-looking rabbit beast was selling females. At this moment, I'm in the market. Everything around me was silent. The old rabbit seller was in the center. He coughed twice, which caused a silence among the crowd. He smiled and said, "Warriors of the tribe, thank you all for coming to our market." He looked at the crowd, as if seeing the hope of the tribe. The herbivore tribe has always been at a disadvantage. If it weren't for the support of the beast tribe, they would have already disappeared. The current market is the same as in previous years. The representatives of the white tiger tribe will be selected first. The others include the giant wolf clan, the flying falcon tribe, etc., choosing in order. The representatives of the large, ferocious beast tribes are ordered according to their strength. The herbivore tribe seems insignificant before these tribes. The only thing they can rely on are these ferocious beast tribes. Wooden platform. 20 female orcs go on stage. All look weak, bad condition. They clearly can't keep him. They can only be sent here in hopes of gaining some benefit. The representative of the white tiger tribe, Yuan, took the stage with great presence. Seeing him, all the females brightened up. The white tiger tribe is the strongest tribe. The strength of the orc warriors is also the strongest. Tiger 1 walked a lap around the stage. He returned to his human form and handed over a bag with 9 origin crystals. These origin crystals have been accumulated with effort by the tribe for many years. Origin crystals are extremely important to the tribe. Every year they hunt ferocious beasts. The tribe's gain can only be exchanged for a few origin crystals. Today, as soon as the White Tiger clan acted, they selected 9 males. What remains is claimed by other tribes. Each female receives an origin crystal. It can help the tribe grow. This will bring more protection. After Tiger 1 finished choosing, he left with them. The 40 warriors he brought are here to protect these females and return to the tribe. He hasn't ignored us. But due to his mission, he can't stay long. Giant wolf tribe, flying falcon tribe, etc. They selected the remaining females in order. The goal of each tribe is to resolve as soon as possible the number of single beasts in the tribe. Allow better development for the tribe. I sighed softly. The snake lifted me. Quickly, he took me away from that chaotic crowd. The gazes of those single beasts made me uncomfortable. I couldn't accept their naked stares even more. I buried my face in the snake's neck. I urged him. "Let's go fast. It's okay. Let's go for a walk somewhere else." He replied softly. His warm breath gave me some comfort. After leaving the surrounding circle, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. I leaned my head on the snake's shoulder. I feel a little tired all over. I want to eat something sweet. The snake caressed my hair. "It's okay. I'll take you to find sweet nectar." When he pulled out the honeycomb, my eyes lit up. Yes, the taste of honey water is much better than plain water. Sweet. It seems like it can revitalize me. A common orc definitely wouldn't do. Buying a bunny costs 2 points. Modern artificial honey is more expensive. Drinking it every day is simply an extreme luxury. But for me, this little luxury makes me feel satisfied. The stall owner is a brown bear orc. He proudly beat his chest. He has to steal the nectar from the bee beast stinger. A common orc definitely cannot. "What do you want in return?" The snake saw that I liked it. The whole snake brightened up. The brown bear man pointed to the shining bracelet on my wrist. "I want that stone chain. I'll give you a beehive." The snake frowned. If this bear man asked for something else, he might accept it. But what he wants are the jewels I have. He had never seen this kind of jewel before. It must definitely be something very valuable. Just sweet syrup. He can also get me one. I lowered my head and looked at the chain in my hand. Actually, this is glass. It's not worth the money. I bought it just because it looks good. I don't feel bad if I exchange it. But this bracelet is a good item in the beast world. I'm only trying to exchange it for 1 beehive. He was unwilling. 2 beehives. Seeing that I hesitated, he offered more. But the snake decisively refused. "Delete me. I can get you the sweet syrup. You don't need to exchange these things." I felt somewhat tempted, but remembering that the snake is not like bear honey. A bear beast type has hard skin and thick flesh, in case of bee stings. But in my heart I felt determined. I grabbed the bracelet and said in a low voice, 3 beehives. Otherwise I won't trade." "Good!" The brown bear beast saw the opportunity, quickly accepted, and couldn't wait to complete the exchange. The snake looked at me. He asked with concern, "Where did you find that stone chain? I'll go find you another chain." "Run," I smiled. I felt that the honey I had exchanged was worth it. This exchanged honey can last a long time. It's much cheaper than buying it directly. After completing the exchange, the human bear quickly left. He seemed very satisfied with his acquired treasure. The snake and I continued forward, walking along the forest path. On the way, we met a group of orcs from the giant wolf clan. Some females were among that group of orcs, who were being escorted back to the tribe. The snake hugged me tightly, carefully passing through the group. His vigilance made me feel a little nervous. The strength of the giant wolf tribe is unquestionable. In the eyes of some single orcs, it's shown. That look made me uncomfortable. Suddenly, the orc, leader of the giant wolf tribe, blocked our path. Suddenly, I felt an overwhelming pressure. But the snake remained calm. He kept me pressed, preventing me from looking up. News about the herbivore tribe's dealings is no secret. That evil wolf spoke in a calm tone. He said, smiling, "Now there are evil beasts lurking around here. You, a beast, cannot protect the female. It's better to be careful." My heart sank. I understood that all this was not simple. Danger was stealthily approaching. Although I felt some confusion in my heart, I still didn't reject the good intention of hating evil snakes, especially those cold and selfish snakes. He believes that snakes ignore the needs of females and ignore their needs. They take away their right to choose other males. Despite that, he doesn't want me to suffer harm at the hands of evil beasts. Seeing that I was in danger, he was still willing to offer me his help. "My name is Slank Ben. You can come with your mate and us. You'll be safer if you encounter evil beasts." But I know he's right in his words. He seems to hope he can offer help in this dangerous moment. Although the snake doesn't like the running wolf, I know his words aren't unreasonable. For my safety, walking a bit is also fine. After all, if we really encounter evil beasts, with only the snake, it's not easy to guarantee our safety. The giant wolf tribe also has the responsibility to protect females, especially at this time. Running Wolf and his tribe will undoubtedly offer stronger protection. I heard that evil beasts were gathering nearby. If I want the snake not to get hurt, I must accept. We continued forward, resting on the way. The snake passed me jerky to snack on. Just as I was eating, a young female came out of the giant wolf tribe. She left the protection of the tribe. She came all the way to my side. She introduced herself as Doro. Cute face. She has big, bright eyes. Her personality also seems gentle. You're very pretty. More than my beast mother. Doro unknowingly extended her hand. She gently stroked my cheek. I replied with a smile. Thank you, you're beautiful too. Doro seems interested in my choice. She asked in a low voice, why did you choose a snake beast as a mate? Was it he who took you back? She lowered her voice, trying to prevent the snake from hearing. But she didn't realize that the beasts around heard. After all, they are very sensitive to sound when hunting. I hesitated for a moment, smiled. Oh, he's handsome. I was a little surprised. She's clearly a bit confused. What's the use of being handsome? Males must be strong. They can take good care of females. She has some confusion. It's clear that she should choose a stronger orc. I only like orcs who are attractive. I smiled slightly with a tone that exuded confidence. Then, Diawir stealthily approached my ear, pointing to Moonwolf, who was crouching beside him. He's a 4-mark orc. His beast form is also very attractive. Her eyes were full of admiration. Unfortunately, he seemed a little lazy. I don't know what his strength will be like. I smiled inadvertently. 4-mark orcs. The house should be fine. Diawir blushed slightly. Her voice sounded flirtatious. I'm not talking about hunting, but about mating. Her words almost made me choke on the jerky. I didn't expect Diawir to be so direct. Eat slowly. The snake gently handed me the bamboo cup, gently patting my back, helping me calm down. Meanwhile, the orcs around Moonwolf were already starting to feel jealous, although they knew that protecting the females would earn them their favor, but his lazy attitude made them think that he wasn't as strong as them. She sighs softly. Dorita had clearly already started to be interested in Moonwolf. This caused them discontent. I felt a wave of shame. Quickly, I moved the snake's hand away, but the lazy appearance of... Snake blinked. He seemed not to fully understand what I meant. Intimately, he gently leaned his head on my shoulder. I sighed softly. I secretly decided, no matter what happens outside, I must still maintain my composure. The hunters of the Great Novo tribe had returned with fresh prey. The air is filled with fragrance. I saw that Dorita also excitedly ran to join them. Enjoy this delicious roasted meat. I have no intention of eating that meat, because it's burnt on the outside and raw on the inside. It has a very strong blood taste. It's not suitable for those who don't value life. At this moment, I am lying silently in the snake's arms. I closed my eyes. I tried to take a nap. Suddenly, I stood up to say goodbye. I'm leaving first, she said. Wan Yao can come to the clan to have fun with me if she has time. She left as she spoke. As I lay on my side in the snake's arms, I felt that it finally calmed down a bit here. However, a moment later, the bushes next to me started to rustle. First, I was about to ask the snake what was going on. The snake suddenly stood up. What's wrong? I nervously hugged the snake's neck. I feared we had encountered some danger. The snake's beastly eyes showed a moment of hesitation. Then he said in a low voice, "There's an evil beast approaching." He didn't stop for long. Immediately, he took me to the giant wolf tribe's camp. The orcs in the camp became alert. The females were still enjoying the delicious roasted meat. They were talking about funny anecdotes about their mates. They had no idea that a crisis was approaching. Sudden, an eagle's cry broke the silence. Several huge figures appeared among the bushes. The evil orcs came with allies. They clearly came to steal the females, since it was known that the herbivore tribe traded females. The evil orcs arrived en masse, intending to capture everything at once. The orcs of the Great Novo tribe immediately became alert. They frowned. They began to surround the females with protection. Meanwhile, the females continued to carelessly enjoy the roasted meat, unaware that danger was stealthily approaching. I held tightly to Dur. My heart beat faster. and faster. The evil orcs surrounded the great Novo tribe's protection circle. The scene before my eyes caused a feeling of fear. Although the orcs of the great wolf tribe fought with all their might, the evil beasts were too fierce, powerful, and cunning. Every mistake could lead to a tragic fate for the females. The snake also knew it well. This battle was about my safety and that of the other females. Although he didn't want to intervene, the current situation forced him to step forward. After he broke the wolf beast's waist, the wolf beast among the evil ones fell to the ground. His life hung by a thread. The snake calmly watched the battle situation. He could not afford mistakes. As the battle progressed, the snake also got injured. The tiger beast's claws scratched his skin, but he didn't back down. He continued to fight the enemy with all his might. In every battle, he understood that my safety was his greatest responsibility. However, the evil ones don't play by the rules. Their power is frightening. Wave after wave of attacks. The wolf tribe orcs were gradually getting exhausted. "Don't be afraid. It'll surely be fine." I gently patted Du. I tried to appear calm, but my heart couldn't be calm. Looking at Seji's wound, my worry increased. I knew that the snake's self-healing ability, although strong, but he also cannot withstand such injuries indefinitely. Suddenly, a roar cut through the noise of the battlefield. A black bear came rushing out of the jungle. Scared, the females scattered. My heart almost jumped out of my chest. I desperately struggled to take myself and Du to a safe place. Seeing the big bear coming towards us, I knew time was running out. At that moment, several orcs from the giant wolf tribe jumped. Quickly, they interposed themselves between the black bear and us. Although they were injured, they still stood firm. They stopped the black bear's attack. Du and I are strongly protected in the center, but the moment we breathed a sigh of relief, a foul wind hit us. The bear's huge mouth quickly caught us. They took us, jumping out of the battlefield. We didn't even have a chance to scream for help. I felt completely disoriented. Everything I saw in front of me seemed like a destiny I had never anticipated. I was unwilling to give up. I only hoped that Sully could arrive in time to save us from this dangerous situation. My heart pounded. Deohar's fear only weighed more on my spirits. We were both dragged by the white beast to an unknown place, looking into Yuan's eyes. An intense uneasiness arose in my heart. Yuan's eyes were full of hostility and confidence. Clearly, he had no intention of giving up. "You and I will be mates. I will protect you from now on." Yuan crouched down. He returned to his human form. His tone had a difficult-to-hide insistence. "I know he surely won't let you look for another beast husband. The snake has always been so stingy, but you must like me." My confusion grew even more. I replied calmly, "Who said I like him? Aren't you being a bit too self-confident? I never thought a beast man would be so persistent in pursuing me, especially like Yuan, who clearly doesn't care about my desires. I don't need this kind of protection, especially from someone like Yuan secretly conspiring with the evil orcs, but on the surface acting as if it's for my sake. Wan Yao, you don't need to be afraid of that snake. I will protect you. He cannot harm you." Tiger Yuan still seems intoxicated with himself. He has never listened to my doctrine. Instead, he reduced everything to me not understanding his kindness. His irrational pursuit makes me feel oppressed. He doesn't even consider my feelings. He took me directly out of the group. My gaze turned cold. "You shouldn't call her that, Wan Yao. We are not close at all. Sei Yi has never harmed me. He is the one I chose. Nor would I like him, and he has not harmed me. Even if he dies, I have already decided in my heart. No matter what he does, I will not change the firm decision I made about the BA snake. I don't like this kind of beast that doesn't choose means. Even less do I want to establish any bond with him." Yuan's face turned grim. He started to get impatient. "You don't understand me." He whispered a growl. He grabbed my wrist tightly. He dragged me towards the mounting crevice. "Although I'm not at the snake's level, I can also take care of you. My strength is not weak either." I can almost feel the strength emanating from his hand, but I no longer feel afraid. I extremely dislike this kind of behavior that ignores the will of others. I extremely dislike his coercive behavior. Yuan's actions make me feel very oppressed. Suerme was still nervous from behind. She obviously knows that she cannot compete with Yuan. Her heart is full of anxiety. I know only when the snake or the wolf moon appears will we have a chance to get out of this situation.